Hi, we're back, and we have another wonderful guest who is also an author. We've had some wonderful artists and authors here today, and now we are going to meet Miss Linda Kane.
Thank you,
Hi,
Carol, very
Linda.
much. Hi, how are you?
Just fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Very good.
Well, I'm glad you came in again because I know a while back we talked about some of your books. Now, is this a new one?
This is a brand new one. Yes, we talked about the Black Madonna before, and Icelandia, and Maddie's Adventures in Numberland. So now we've got a new book coming out. Well, it came out. It came out. So
It came out.
It's out
okay,
there.
this is Chilled to the Bones. Oh,
perfect for Halloween, right?
yes, it's perfect. Get this for Halloween because we'll make everything come right and ever true. Okay, and you got something else here too.
Yeah, for Christmas.
Oh, see, you go right in from fall into Christmas.
Right.
This is Cowboy Jack and Buddy Save Christmas by Linda Lee Kane. Isn't that a cute cover?
It's a great artist. She's really a great artist.
Oh, wow, yes, it's beautiful. It's sort of a Disney type of style.
Yes.
That's great. Listen, I know it's been a while and we talked about you before, but this is a whole new audience. So I want to go back and learn a little bit about you again for their sake.
Okay.
And when did you first get interested in writing?
I listened to that question before when you were talking to the other people, and I would have to say that my grandmother played a very important role in this. She journaled every single day. It was a small journal, about that big, I don't know how many pages, but it was just tiny writing. And I have a couple of them I was able to get, but every day, since she was like in the 7th or 8th grade, she journaled, and it was like the history of her life. And to be able to look back and go, gosh, this happened on this day. She went to the prom here with her soon-to-be husband and my grandfather, and to see all of that and the aunts and uncles and all that occurred was history, and I love history.
Oh, me too. But that's especially wonderful because so many of the lives of our grandmothers and people like that just never get known. Nobody ever knows because they didn't talk about it and they didn't let you know. You'll never know who they really were.
No.
So I always urge people, even I'm doing that with my husband, please write down your life and what happened to you. Because to us it thinks, oh, well, I went through that and that's it. But to them, it's history.
It is
and
history.
It's very interesting and important to them because they know what the line of the people you came from was,
Oh, absolutely. And matter of fact, I just, because of a book I'm going to be doing, I'm starting all of the research right now. I got into the old papers of my great-great-grandmother that did ancestry research through the Mormon Church.
Wow.
And so I've got all of those documents going back to the 1800s.
Wow.
And so it's exciting. I mean, she came, she met Jesse James, she was on a wagon train. I mean, it's so interesting. And I've got letters from all of that, and that's on my other side. But I've collected all of that. And matter of fact, I'm hoping nobody hears this, my relatives, but I'm put it all together, and so I'm giving a booklet of all of this history from both sides as a Christmas present.
What a great present.
I
That's
think
fantastic.
it will be. I mean, the letters, to look at them and to see what happened, and the pictures. I've got pictures, and it's just amazing to see. So I'm really excited about this type of a gift, and it's a gift that lasts forever because it'll go down to their children and their children, and so it's exciting. And I like doing research, so it's right up my alley.
I enjoyed the research I did for my books too, but what I think is really wonderful too is that we see movies all the times and westerns and all this stuff, and we're so familiar that it becomes like that's the real thing, and you forget about the really real people
Oh, yeah.
And that, to learn about them firsthand instead of like going to a movie and seeing, I think that's so exciting.
Oh, I'm very excited about it. I'm really excited about it. And the book that I'll be doing, like, I'm just in the beginning stages of it, but I think it's going to be a really phenomenal book. Something in
Fantastic.
history that a lot of people don't remember or don't know a lot about. And it's our history in the Americas. So I'm really excited about it.
Well, that's what my books are too about. I always was all my reading. I was reading about England and all France and all these things. So exciting. I thought, oh, in America is sort of dull, And when I got into doing my book, starting at 1623 and going all the way up to the Revolutionary War, I realized, God, our history is fantastic.
It is, and what a segue, because this book, Chilled to the Bone, has a lot to do with the American Revolutionary War. So what a segue. This is a book about, it's a thrill ride adventure book about kids who meet up with a ghost. The main character's mother passes away, and there's a ghost from the American Revolutionary War who helps them because this vampire is taking all of the land away from the people that were a part of the Culper Spy Ring. And so she and her friends are helping to fight this vampire and save their town and save their own homes.
Gosh, well, the Culpers were such an interesting part of that revolutionary history.
Oh, it was. And Ghost 355, which this is about, we still to this day don't know who she was. But she did take down Benedict Arnold. But we don't know from all
who she was.
All of the history, all of the books. Everybody speculated, but nobody knows who she was.
Well, see, that's why I wrote my books, because I put historical, real women into this that nobody's ever heard of.
Right.
And I felt so bad that they're not, it's men, 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 men. There was also women there living there and doing things, being spies, being all sorts of things.
A lot of women spies. And you even had kids that were everybody hears of Paul Revere. But who hears about Sybil Ludington, who was a teenager who rode further, faster, and warned more people than Paul Revere. But she never known about her.
I would have put her in my book, but I didn't even know about her.
Yes, I think it's exciting to know, and I think kids should be taught this in our history, about the part that women played in our history.
Yeah, I don't understand why it has to be all men. And you know darn well, even though we know about these women now, they're never going to get in the history books.
No.
And I don't know what they're teaching, because you talk to kids about something that happened maybe 40 years ago. Oh, what was that, I know we have a habit of living within ourselves. We've got so much to do. But this idea of forgetting there's other people there is sort of sad.
It is sad. Again, you go back in history does repeat itself. So therefore, if you are a smart person, you're going to read about it. So I put adventure so kids would be, excited about reading it, but they're going to learn something about history of America with this and the people that played a part. And I even have the secret code that was used by Robert Talmadge to get to the spies.
Oh, my gosh.
And in the back, I also have different women that played a huge part, and about a little bit about them, a brief
Oh, boy,
synopsis.
we're on the same. Oh, this is fantastic. I love it. But let's tell about this other book, too, because this is a little more fun like it.
It is fun. Cowboy Jack and Buddy Save Christmas. I wanted to do a story about Christmas with, again, kids who are adventurous, but also intelligent and creative. And I love that creativity about kids. The last person who spoke talked about how it gets burned out of kids. And I wanted to support and promote kids and all of their creativity and ideas. And so these kids made this machine that attaches to Santa's sleigh to help him go further faster so that he can deliver presents on time.
That's fabulous.
Oh, yeah. It's a fun book.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
And a
it's-
fun read.
It just, and this cover is just absolutely beautiful, beautiful artwork on it, and it just says to you, oh gosh, I got to learn what they did to save Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
So are you working on something else now?
Well, right now what's coming out is another book. It's called Which Number is Which, and it's again to help kids learn about numbers in an easier fashion. And get some self-esteem about math and have fun with it, and
Great.
help the parents help the kids with their math. So I've got that coming up, and the story that is coming, it's a true story that happened actually in Fresno, still happening, and it has to do with a little mini pony named Clyde.
Aw.
And Clyde was in Sanger, and somebody dumped him, a little guy. And a mailman, from what I understand, picked him up and took him over to Troy Ford, who's a vet. And Troy Ford put out on Channel 24, the newspaper, Fresno Bee, everywhere, that who would like this little mini pony. Well, a friend of mine went and just put in that she'd like to take him, Sherry Rainwater at Rainwater Farms, and she got the mini pony. We found that he had a broken jaw. He was skin and bones.
Poor little thing.
And he was just, so horrible looking. And you should see him now. I had a professional photographer come out, and on my website, you'll see different pictures because I've written a cute kids' books about Clyde and how he's looking for a home and how he finds a friend. Matter of fact, a rescued pit bull, Lucy, became his friend, followed him all around. And
Fabulous.
so it's a good story with a happy ending, and it's sad what happened to, and by the way, Clyde is 25.
Wow.
Yeah. So to happen at this age of his life, being abandoned and then getting picked up, and then he's running around the corral area and out in the pastures and just having a great old time.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, all of these books are so exciting. And tell us just quickly where they can get your books.
Okay. Well, you can go on Amazon.com. You can go, even on my website that should be up, you can go there and that'll direct you over. You can also go to Barnes & Noble, and you can go to Crowstone Publishing, or you can go to Black Opal Publishing. So there's several places you can go to pick up the books.
Well, I think that if you do pick up these books, you're going to really, really enjoy them. And we thank you for coming in today. And come
thank
in
you,
again
Carol.
when the next book comes out. Okay?
I will. I definitely will. Thank you.
Want you back again.
I love it. Thank you.
Well, we'll be right back.